welcome to an out-of-the-box overview and playthrough video. Today I am going to be looking at Treasures Lost. This is a print-and-play game, roll and write. It's currently on Kickstarter and I have been provided a demo version to produce this video. So that's where I've got it, and I've been playing it for the last week. So I thought I'm going to do a video so you can have a look and see whether you like the look of it. It is a romp through the jungle, kind of Indiana Jones, Lara Croft type adventure where you are collecting treasure. You start off with, the game has multiple maps. I've been given 3 maps to look at, and typically in a game you play through 3 maps. I have eliminated mine because I'm going to be using a marker. You need a dice and you pick a character. So I think I've seen there's at least 3 characters. I've been given 1 to play through. When you play this game, you are, I'm going to zoom it up a little bit, moving through spaces, collecting coins and gems, jumping over traps, collecting, any artifacts on this one. Yep, there's an artifact there, and avoiding or attacking hostile elements. The game is played across 24 hours, so you have like a time monitor at the top, and each turn is you cross off a set of hours. In the morning hours you get a +1 to your movement. During the day it's normal, and at night you get a -1 to your steps. Between maps, as you move between 3 maps, you have to sleep for 6 hours. And so if you're on a particular map and you want to play a bit further, you can go into the night, but that's going to cost you time in your next map. So that's one way of managing time in the game. You move through rolling a dice, and you roll the dice, and there's, I'm just going to zoom this up again, a set of rules for each roll. So if you get a 1, you get to roll again, move 1 step. If you get a 2, you get 2 steps, and you can do a free diagonal. If you get a 4, you can move 4, 5, 6, you can move whatever. So there's kind of bonuses for 1 to 3. Normal, moving across traps takes you 2 steps to pass. And monsters, we'll talk about those later. In terms of how you win, you play through 3 maps of the same genre. So these maps are all the obscure jungle, and you can play them in any order. I don't know how many maps there are. I think there's at least 9 maps on Kickstarter. And you pick a character, and so your character gives you a way of marking up what you collect. So coins, every 4 gets you 10 points. Gems, the more sun gems you collect, the more valuable they become. Blood gems multiply, and again, the more you collect. If you collect a key, you can then collect a chest, which then gives you more points. And there's artifacts spread across each of the maps. And so I think each map has 3 artifacts, and you can collect those to gain 150 points. You're going for points total. There is then a scoring system at the top. So if you get at least 500, you get the kind of bottom one. You're aiming for 700 plus. Then ultimately it becomes beat your own score. The characters also have special abilities. So again, you can mix and match them across the maps for replayability. So Sora, she has +1 damage when fighting enemies. She can also fight enemies the same turn she's encountered, and she gets +10 points for every defeated enemy. Fighting enemies, you're moving around your environment. When you hit an enemy, that's the end of your turn. Then you cross off another turn, roll a dice, and do that much damage. The enemies don't actually damage you, but they do chew up your time. So Sora has got less of an issue there, because she basically gets 1 attack for free. If you were a different character, when you hit an enemy, you stop. Then it takes you a turn to roll dice, and you'll see that enemies have got, that one's got 2 hit points, this one's got 1 hit point, that one's got 3 hit points. So depending on what you roll, it can take you time, and of course time is the big currency here. You start in the top row, and then you pick your path. And to set, there's other things, like there's a torch. You get a +2 steps when you pick up a torch. And then you map out as in you do with roll and write. So at an overview, that's kind of the game. I'm going to play now. I've got the rules, but I don't think I need those. I will bring out my dice tower. There's some dice rolls. Get that going. And I've got a green dice for my jungle. I am going to play a map that I haven't played before. I've played this one. I'll play this one. I'll play through one map, and we'll see how we go. And then it'll give you a reasonable idea of how it plays. If I move that to the edge, more space. You can play them in any order. You need to have a think about where you're going to attack. You can start anywhere on the top row, but so there's only 3 real choices. Any blank ones. I kind of want to pick up the artifact, and so that's going to require me to get around there. There's some things you can't move through. And right, so she doesn't have any setup, and I guess we just go for it. First roll of the dice, you cross off your time, 6 AM, and we're off. I get a 1. I should have said I'm going to start here. So I get a 1. So that's good. So I can move 1. Oh, you can go back on yourself as well. So I might actually do that. I might go to here, grab a coin. So every 4 coins is worth 10 points. And then because it's a 1, I get to roll again. And that changed. So now I get a 3. I can cross traps in 1 step. So that's kind of useful. And I've got 3, but it's during day, so I get a +1. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that because I'm going to kind of loop around, or should I just head over there? Maybe I'll head over there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and my +1, and that gets me to there. So that's my first turn. Second turn. Cross off another hour. I get a 4, and a 4's worth 4. I'm going to have a go at the beastie because I'll stop when I hit him anyway. So stopping on a 4 is probably pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because of Sora's attack, she can fight enemies in the same turn that are encountered. Doesn't cost me any extra time. I get to get a first hit in. I do a 4, which is great. So I kill him. I get, I'll put a little thing up here for my enemies. 1 enemy. So I get extra 10 points at the end of it. And I get +1 damage, so I really did 5 damage. So he was really toast. End of my turn. Next turn, I'm going to mark that off. And I can either I'll probably grab the torch. A 2. That gets me a diagonal and +2, and in 2 steps. And I get a +1 because it's day. So I could go 2 steps. I can't get across. Oh yeah, I could go 1, 2, and then grab my diagonal. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and use my diagonal, and that means I pick up the artifact. So that's going to be worth 25 points. Next turn. Let's see what I get. 4. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gets me 2 coins and a torch. I don't think I need to use the torch. Single use. Oh no, it's +2 this turn. Okay, that's fine. I want to go get some gems, so I'm going to go down here somewhere. So I'll go 1, 2. That gets me to there. Right, another hour gone. I get a 2, it gives me 2 steps and a diagonal. But I've also got a +1 for my steps. I've got 3. I'm going to use my diagonal, and I've got 1, 2, and then I can't get across the trap, so I have to go back up again. So I'm going to end up here. So that was 2 more coins. So that gives me 10 points. Cross off another hour. This is my last one with a +1. So I got a 4, plus 1 gives me 5. I have to go all the way around. I want those blood gems though. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm going to go 5 because I'll pick that other one up on the way. So I have that. Now we're into lunchtime. So as normal rolls. Oh, 6, perfect. Apart from the fact I'll block when I hit that guy. So it seems a bit of a waste of a 6, but it is what it is. So I go 1, 2, 3. So I get a sun gem. I block with him, use her special ability to attack, get a 6, he's toast. I get another dead. Next turn, 1 o'clock. 5 is worth 5. 1, 2. I should have gone down and got those. 3, 4, 5. So it's another 3 coins. I've got to cross off my time. 4. This is going to be hard to get through actually. I probably should have picked up a coin. Key. Maybe I'll get the key first. 1, 2, 3, 4. That worked out pretty well. So what was that? So it's 1 more coin. And I got a key. What I'll do is I'll put a line across and I'll cross it if I actually get the chest. Another hour goes. A 6. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm blocked because I can't get across that one. Another hour goes. 1. So that's rubbish because I can't get across. I'm blocked, but I get to roll again. Another 1. Get to roll again. 5. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm blocked. But I get a gold. Another hour. This is chewing up quite a bit of time to get to the treasure chest. 5. 1, 2, 3. I get blocked by the hostile, but I get a free hit. And I do 3 plus 1 is 4. He's toast as well. So that plus 1 is great. It's another enemy destroyed. Then it's 6 o'clock. I get a 2. This gives me 2 steps and a diagonal. So I can go 1. So I've got a torch. I'll go diagonal, get the chest. No, I shouldn't have done that. Doesn't matter. 3. So that's my 2. Then I'll use my torch to go 1, 2. So a bit of a round way, bit of a round way, but I got 2 blood gems. Next turn, got to get out of here now. Get 4, and a 4 gives me 4. 1, 2, and now I'm stuck because I can't get over those spikes. Should have grabbed the torch then. You get better in this when you play more. A 4 gives me 4, so 1, 2, 3, and I'm stuck here. This was a very expensive place to go. So then I go 1, 2, 3, and I'm out. Not many choices to go now. 3 gives me across traps for 1. 1, 2, 3. It's not going to help. 1, 2, 3. And my last daylight, I get a 6, which is kind of handy. because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gets me another coin, and I get to fight this one with my last, and I get a 7. So he's toast as well. So I know I have to have 6 hours sleep, so I could stop now and go on to the next map. Or I could say, oh, I really want to get that blood gem. Maybe I'll try one more turn and it'll come out of my next turn. But I get -1 steps. But I would need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd have to roll at least a 5 or a 6 to make that worthwhile. I'd probably stop. And then you would pick one of your other maps and you start at 6 o'clock. You definitely want to use those in your last map, the third map, because you've got nowhere else to go. Maybe we're here. Let's try. I'll use up 1 hour and see how we go. I get a 3. 1, 2, 3. So I get 1 for that. And so if I want to get the multiplying effect, so I look at blood gems, I get another one. I'm still at ×2. So it's not really worth it. So I've lost an hour on my next map. So the next map when I came in, so I picked this one, I'd have to cross that off when I started because I've lost it. I have got my 6 hours sleep, and off we go. If I was going to total up my score where I am so far, I would have 30 in coins. I've got 1 sun gem, so that's worth 1, which is rubbish. I would get ×2, so that's 4. I've got a 50, and I've got a 25. So what's that? That's 75, 79, 80, 110, plus 20, 30, 40, 50. So I've got 150 on my map. So if I'm looking to get a minimum of 500, I'm gonna have to ramp it up. Anyhow, that is Treasures Lost. Lots of ways you can go. You get more familiar, but again, your dice gives you the variability, and yeah, there's more maps, more things, more playability, more characters. Hope you enjoyed. I'll put a link below to the Board Game Geek page, assuming that's there, and the Kickstarter, probably, if I can find it. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe and like.